train running express from Newry to Fairview will arrive on platform 3 in approximately 2 minutes.
Hi, my name is Nasir Abdullah, and you're watching me on Travel Talks with VK Vlogs. And for all your travel curiosities, you can subscribe to my friend's YouTube channel, VK Vlogs.
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, वेलकम टू जनमंच। मैं हूं आपका खातिरदार रजत सक्सेना और आज का विषय है प्रोजेक्ट मिलाप। एक ऐतिहासिक कदम या एक ऐतिहासिक भूल। कुछ ऐसी ही लाइनें बोल के मेरे नेक्स्ट गेस्ट ने शाहरुख खान की एक फिल्म स्टार्ट करी थी जिसका नाम था मैं हूं ना, 2004 में। He started his career by working in the film Gandhi and after that he didn't look back. He has starred in movies like Mitra, मैं हूं ना, Page 3, टैक्सी 9-2-11, 36 Chinatown, Om Shanti Om, Gandhi to Hitler, and Manto, and many more. He was recently seen in the TV series The Devil Inside and Khush Fehmiyan. And bonus, if you have seen Bachchan Pandey, you would have spotted him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the legendary Mr. Nasir Abdullah.
Hi.
Nasir
Thank
sir,
you.
welcome to Travel Talks with VK Vlogs. How are you doing today?
I am doing good and looking forward to find out what you're up to and what all you want to know.
Awesome. So this show is all about travel and I want to know your travel stories because since you act and you've acted in so many different kind of films and TV series, and I'm sure while doing that you must be traveling a lot, going to different places, seeing new places, and personally also you might be going to a couple of places. So I just want to know your experiences and stories behind that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll let you know whatever I can remember.
Awesome. So before starting the show today, I would like to wish you and my viewers a very happy Eid. May your Eid be full of love, laughter and travel.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Awesome. So many years back in April 1991, when I wasn't even born, a magazine named Island had put you on their cover page with the title The Best Looking Men in Bombay.
That's true.
How did that feel?
Actually, very nice. I was not ecstatic, but it was obviously, I mean, one can imagine anybody who has a kind of a compliment paid to him by being on the cover of a magazine is a great feeling. So, yeah, I felt rather nice about it. It was good to be recognized for your good looks, maybe not so much the talent, but yeah, it was a good feeling.
Awesome.
One word.
And how has the journey been since then till today? And today we are sitting in April 2022. It's been 31 years.
Yeah, actually 40 years or more since I started,
Yes.
but yes, 35 years since, well, when I moved to Bombay, it was in 87.
Wow.
So we can calculate 97, 2007, 2017.
You're all bad in mathematics.
Yeah, 35 years
35
in
years.
Bombay. But I had started to work in Delhi already. I've done a couple of ads. I've done even a prime shooting ad here in Delhi in those days when you were not born, as you
course.
said, DCM, Delhi
Okay.
Cloth Mills.
Oh wow.
So I did one of the shooting ads for them, and then Blue Lagoon Jeans and Apache Jeans, which was one of the earlier things in those days. Levi's was not really known here, and it hadn't arrived. I think it arrived in the later 70s. So yeah, it was a great experience to be, and it was also difficult because I was actually camera shy. We are all camera shy.
Yes, we are.
Let's face it. Even you would have been.
Absolutely.
Now you're not. Obviously, I can see you're a very confident man. And so it was hard for me in the beginning to smile when there are 4, 5, 7 people watching you,
Yes.
assistants, and the
So
the
many
client from the
people.
agency.
Yes.
So it was not easy, but I got lucky and I managed to find ways and means of amusing myself and laughing. They would ask me to smile. I say something funny, and they wouldn't say anything funny. So I would crack a joke, then laugh at it, and then they would get their shot.
So I am sure that the journey would have been with a lot of ups and downs, but you had an amazing journey, as we all know. And so coming back to travel, so for the first question which I ask every guest in this show is what's your favorite travel destination or your country or city to travel to?
Well, yes. Actually, France is my favorite country somehow, though I don't know the language very well. I learned some just for the heck of it, and I don't know enough. My father was very, very good at it. England was very nice too, and I went on a couple of shoots. San Francisco, actually, California was the state where I went to for Mitra, my friend.
Yes.
So that was an incredible experience because actually California is this not huge high-tech looking place with all these long skyscrapers and all. So I like that feeling. Also, I have an elder sister there. So when I went to work for this film, she lived nearby where I was shooting.
Wow.
So when I told her I'm going to see this film, I'm going to be shooting this film in America, she said, Nasir, America is a huge country. Where in America? So I said, I think it's actually California. She said, Nasir, California is a big state. Where in California? So I said, I think it's somewhere near Fremont. She said, oh my God, I can reach there in 15 minutes in my car. So she used to come every day on the shoot as well. So that was nice.
Awesome.
And so I forgot the question you asked.
No problem. You already gave me the answer. There are 3 places which are your absolute favorite. Any particular story you remember from any of these places which it would be really interesting or something you would want to share as a travel experience?
Well, I mean, Goa was another place which I happened to travel to. That was a fun experience.
You shot the series there, right?
Yes, recently, but the first ad film for a cigarette ad, which is now banned, it was for the red and white ad.
Yes.
I replaced Raj Babbar and Jackie Shroff replaced me. So I was in the middle,
Why
sandwich. So that was an enjoyable experience because that was the first time I saw the sea. It was really nice and interesting, and I was having a great time, and there's this beautiful looking girl with me, Rachel Rubin, as my, I was sort of a kind of a James Bond. So I had a great time, and we had this 5-star hotel to stay in, and
not bad for those
motorboat riding, and so that was a great experience. It was nice to meet the Goan people, and it was another experience. So I said, oh my God, I have to come here again. Because when you are filming, you don't have a chance to see much, and then you pack up and go back, or you stay on and enjoy your holiday. So Goa was great, but when I went on a regular trip to Paris, I had heard of a great spiritual place called Lourdes. It's actually called in French Lourdes, but it's Lourdes, Lourdes. All the Christians know about it. It's a very famous holy healing place in the south of France, near the Spanish border. And there are where the miracles happen a lot. So I thought to myself, I'll go there, and I saw the place, and it reminded me of India. All the devotees, all the people in line singing their version of the prayer to God, which is Ave Maria. Ave Maria, and they were holding a candle each, so there were like thousands of people. So I thought, oh my God, I'm in India. It's like being in India. That feeling was there. And it was a very strong spiritual place. So that was a place I really enjoyed going to very, very much. And then of course I also went to the south of France, further down. I went to Cannes, where the film festival happens, Saint-Tropez and all. Beautiful places, great, and my French isn't so good, but I managed to enjoy myself.
All we can say is we.
No, well said.
Awesome. So you spoke about traveling with your co-actors and actresses. So how was the experience traveling with these co-actors and actresses, and is there any memory or story that strikes your mind while traveling with them?
Well, yes, it's a great feeling. I haven't traveled too much though, but I have traveled enough. There was a film called Kuch Meetha Ho Jaye, for which I traveled with Rohit Roy, that is Ronit Roy's brother, Ira, whatever, and Sandhya Mridul, and also Kamaljeet, Sachin Khadekar, very famous, all good theatre actors. And so we had a great time. It was a film about an airport where a flight is held up, and so Shah Rukh Khan had made a guest appearance in that film in the end. So Murad Ali was also there as a comedian. So that was a great experience, because being just with these guys, and then we would get together every few days in somebody's room and obviously have a fun time. Somebody would have the guitar, somebody would be singing. I sang a KL Sehgal song. And they thought, oh my God, Nasir Abdullah, we thought he didn't know any Hindi. So I sang Baqaida, classical style, in the drawl of KL Sehgal, like, Dukha ke. So these guys freaked out. Anyway. So it was great fun. It was a wonderful experience. And also I met up with Shah Rukh Khan, who had a guest appearance. So he obviously thanked me, because he was a junior at that time when I was on my way out. He was entering the industry full force.
This is from which year, by the way?
2005.
Five.
This
So
film.
already Mehuna had happened like before.
Yes, Mehuna had happened.
2004.
Yeah, right. 2004. Oh wow, you got a great memory.
No.
Oh, I have to learn from you.
No, I just
So,
did
yeah.
my homework.
Then he told me, "Oh, thank you for working on our film." And I had only in the very beginning, but then he told me something very interesting, which you will enjoy also listening to.
Why
He
not?
said, because in that film I get shot in the shoulder.
Okay.
I'm a talk show host,
Okay.
and this terrorist guy comes, played by Sunil Shetty.
Yes.
And he just said, "Hey, you try," because I was speaking in between.
Correct.
And that's the end of my show.
Yes.
Blang, and I'm
Yeah.
like, ugh. So Shah Rukh Khan told me later that he said they were planning, the idea was to shoot you in between the eyes.
Oh my god.
That shot.
Oh.
Boom. So I thought, but he said to them, I told them, Nasir is such a sweet guy. Why do you want to disfigure him?
Yeah,
His face.
Wow.
So he said, we opted then to shoot you in the shoulder. I said, thank you so much for sparing my eyes. God knows what would have happened there. Because when that explosion happened of the gunshot, which was a little bomb they placed
Correct.
here with a potly of blood.
Yeah.
How would they have got that here? Because even when that exploded, my eardrums freaked out because it was a very loud explosion. So I went, and my ears were ringing for half an hour.
My God.
I wish I had known, but that's another story. But this is what he told me into my face. He said, we were going to do this to you, but then he said, no, let's not do it now, sir.
All
So
I've
that's
heard
a good
about,
memory.
Yeah, all I've heard about SRK is that he's very caring in nature.
Yeah.
I think you might know better.
Well, I don't know, frankly, but it seems like it, that he's a very cultured man. Also, Amir Khan is very, very cultured, I think, and very thing.
Okay, moving on, sir. You did your first ad in May 1979. मतलब मेरा पैदा तो हुआ ही नहीं था, मैंने सोचा भी नहीं था कि मैं इस धरती पे आऊँगा. And this was for Apache Jeans, where you were asked to give the John Travolta pose, the famous one, and you were also paid 400 rupees.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was really big during that time, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a nice feeling. Of course, if I had been a well-known a model, I would have got much more, at least 5,000. But I got something equivalent to 400, which sort of covered my auto rickshaw fare.
1979, 400 rupees that time would have been like 4 lakh rupees today.
Not bad, yes. Not 4 lakh, but not bad. It would have been something.
So since then till now, I'm sure you would have been you have traveled a lot and you have made many strong bonds. So have you built any strong friendships through travel? If yes, which one do you cherish the most?
Yeah, there was a gentleman called Camille Ponsen. He used me for a documentary film to play myself for a documentary film called Bollywood Boulevard, and he lives in Paris. So I met him in the course of my other travels in France, and he wanted to do this film and asked me if I would play myself to try to help another guy who was the son of a blacksmith living near the Kalkaji Mandir, and in a small like a shelter, but a good-looking, tall, handsome, dark-handsome guy.
Okay.
I said okay. So I went to Bombay, and he said, I'll bring this boy over, and I will shoot him while meeting you, and you will take him around and try to get him some work in fashion shows or some acting. So I took him wherever I knew.
Wow.
So he was filming him. So he'd ask me 2-3 days, and then so I worked with him for about 11 days.
Okay.
So he was very impressed, and I was organizing a taxi for us to meet some photographer, go to town, meet somebody else, go here, go there. So he was so impressed. So at the end of the shoot, he said to me, Nasir, when you come to France, when you come to Paris, you have to stay with me. I said, great. Because they were not offering me any money at all. Just food and whatever, market expenses, and that's it. I said, okay. I'm that type. Because also there's a known fact, you will also may have heard of it, that when they're making a documentary film, they don't pay.
Yes.
Because it's a documentary film, apparently. जो भी वैसे खर्चे होते हैं वो दे देते हैं, but they don't pay you remuneration.
Yes.
So then after 3-4 months, I was to go to France. So I called him. He said, of course. And I stayed with him for 2.5 weeks in his house. So, and in a house which to rent otherwise, I would have had to pay at least $150, $200 a day.
Yes,
So I
absolutely.
would have spent a few lakhs on just my accommodation. And here I was free.
Absolutely.
And I went like this 3-4 times. So in a way, they paid me 2-3 lakhs for this in a way because I saved that
Right.
money.
Absolutely.
And it was a wonderful
You got a
place.
friend for life.
Yeah, in a good area, and he's always ready to receive maybe. So that was a very momentous experience, and I enjoyed it too. I said, hey, I have to thank you because I was very lazy until I met you, and you asked me to do all these things, so I had to get up early, get things organized. I'm running around like
Yes.
it's my own job.
Yes, yes.
I was doing it for him, but I was also doing it for myself and
Of
enjoying
course,
it.
of course.
So anyway, that film did very well. Bollywood Boulevard is the name. It's a documentary film, and it went to the film festival in a place called Biarritz, which is in the south of France.
Okay.
And it was shown on the TV channel there on France 5, which
Okay.
means France 5.
Okay.
So it was an interesting film, and
Okay,
I'll
yes.
send you a copy
Of
one
course,
day.
for sure. Since you go on shoots for long periods of time, so what's the longest you have been away from home traveling, and was there any point you felt homesick?
Well, when I was in America shooting for about 40 days on this Mitra, my
Mitra,
friend,
yeah.
I did feel a sort of homesick, but fortunately my elder sister was in town.
Yeah.
And when you're that busy, actually, you don't really feel so homesick. And you have to be asleep early because when you're facing the camera, it's very important to have a proper night's rest, at least reasonable. Otherwise, you can't look bad in
Absolutely.
the morning. You have to look. Fortunately, what happens on a film unit is when they're doing other scenes, so like they have to shoot the lady in the kitchen or whatever, or in the living room answering. So I had about an hour and a half or two. So and when I arrived, they said, okay, we'll be this long. You just have a rest. We'll be through in half an hour. And they took about an hour and a half. So I went to sleep. And I had a nice sleep. So that's one thing I really like about the film industry is that they allow me to be lazy.
Okay.
Because if I've not slept very well and I need to sleep,
Of
I
course.
can
Yeah.
because they have to get through a shot of another actor
Yes.
on the scene. So I get to sleep. So yeah, so it was great to
40
you know,
days out of home, and
Yeah, to
your
go to
sister was there, so
California.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah,
great
so
experience.
my co-actress was in the room actually next to me. It was a suite,
Okay.
large suite. So I had the larger part.
Oh, amazing.
So my sister used to sometimes also sleep there,
Nice.
and I could hear my co-actress at times speaking with her mother.
Yeah,
Or discussing the politics and.
yeah.
She wanted to get married to somebody who was from the north. So I thought, oh, I'm from the north. Maybe I can marry her. So yeah, it was fun
It
to
was fun.
eavesdrop a little
Yes,
bit.
yes. Awesome. So shifting our topic from the fun stories to something I wanted you to address on. So what's your thoughts on ecotourism and being a responsible traveler?
Oh my God, yes. I mean, out in the West especially, and even I believe in the countries like actually Singapore and stuff, if you throw a wrapper on the ground, a bubble gum wrapper or a chewing gum wrapper or anything like that, they'll find you immediately. So that's a wonderful thing, I think. But yes, in India we are a little bit lagging behind. We don't realize that like we are on a boat
Yeah.
and we are having a
Some
Coke,
soda, yeah.
like a soda or a beer or whatever.
Yeah.
And they throw it into the sea, thinking, it's too huge a place, it will not. But over a period of 100 years that they've been doing it, it is beginning to get. So I met a French guy who was the brother of a lady who was working here. He said, hey man, I bring my bottles back on the boat to the house and I
Yes.
put them in the dustbin.
Yes.
And I said, really? Even I as an Indian was shocked to know that here is a man who totally cares about the environment and the eco-friendliness, and there's so much to do.
Yes.
Even the segregation of the waste,
Yes.
It has started recently in our colony. It has become a law that
Amazing.
you must have wet waste alert, which can be used to make compost and fertilizer, and the dry waste alert. Otherwise, we put everything inside. Amul milk carton with the kele ka chilka and the gobi and the gravy. Anyway, so I think it is great to be aware of that and to live that life, because ultimately this earth is actually precious and we are realizing it now.
Yes.
And at the rate we've been going, it won't last long. So it's a good idea to rein in our horses a
Correct.
bit and go easy.
एंड एक्चुअली द थॉट इज दैट आप ट्रैवल करिए, ज़रूर करिए, पूरी दुनिया घूमिए, बट साफ़ सुथरा रखिए आसपास को. स्पेशली इंडिया में आप पता नहीं क्या हो जाता है, हम फेंकने लग जाते हैं कूड़ा, बाहर जाके हम सुधर जाते हैं. तो ऐसा नहीं करना, अच्छे से ट्रैवल करो और अच्छी अच्छी जगहें देखो.
Absolutely.
Sir, with that thought, we come to the rapid fire round. I still don't know why I call it the rapid fire round, but since it comes from your industry, we call
I
it the
think-
rapid fire round.
I think because rapid fire makes the guest a bit nervous. Rapid fire. Oh,
But we hamper
I
नहीं
have
हमारे
to
पास.
dodge. That's all right.
चलो.
You can
Okay.
fake it.
Okay. So this section is would you rather, so you have to choose one. Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather travel the world by plane or ship?
Wow. I think plane would be better.
All right.
Because then I can travel around the country and see what it is.
Absolutely. Would you rather see a lot of countries for a little bit or get to know one in depth?
One in depth.
Okay. Would you rather speak only English or speak every language in the world except for English?
Well, English is very dear to me, so I think English too. It's a difficult question to answer. I mean, I would rather speak English too, or at least sometimes I should be allowed to speak some English and then the rest of the languages.
Okay.
But I think English is cool because I feel so very comfortable.
Yeah.
But it would be another achievement. I don't know what to answer. Okay, English.
Only English. Perfect.
English.
Would you rather upgrade your flight or your hotel room?
I think hotel room would be better.
Because you're staying there for long.
Yeah, I mean, flight will be over in a few hours, so I can sleep on it.
Awesome. So I'm gonna take names of some places, and you have to share the first thought that comes to your mind when I say
All right.
Delhi.
Historic.
Okay. Goa.
Oh, exotic.
Rishikesh.
Spiritually exotic.
And
Peaceful and tranquil. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. And Mumbai.
Mumbai. Great city. My Matrabhumi. My Karma Bhumi.
Karma.
Sorry.
Mathrubhumi still remains Delhi.
Yeah,
sir.
that's India.
Awesome. So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the word travel?
Illumination.
Would you describe yourself as a tourist or an explorer?
Tourist.
Very different answer from a lot of people because everyone considers themselves as an explorer, but you're very honest. I
Yeah,
must say that.
straightforward.
What's your dream travel destination? Something which you still want to say and you haven't.
The Arctic.
The Arctic? Okay. Name a film or a series of yours in which you enjoyed traveling the most. I think you have already answered the question, but still.
The film, yeah. Well, it was Mitra, my friend.
To California.
It was to California, yeah. It was a great experience. It was very tranquil, nothing heavy. And it was all an all-woman crew. The director
What
was
do you want then?
Yeah. And no songs and nonsense. No
If you
discos,
don't like, absolutely.
no violence, no rape scenes. So it
I
was
think
very
tailor-made for you.
Huh?
Tailor-made for you.
You can say that.
Yes. So, what is your favorite travel themed movie?
Travel?
Themed movie.
Teen movie. Oh goodness. How do I haven't even understood the question.
I mean, when I say the word travel, which movie do you think of? I can put it in this way.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo.
He was a
Awesome.
great traveler.
Awesome. And for the next question, I'm going to tell you something about Mr. Nasir Abdullah, that he is an amazing flute artist. So which song reminds you of travel? And if you could play this song on flute.
Wow, okay. Oh well, there's a song called Musafir Hu Yaro.
Oh, wow.
That's one I think I can play it on the flute. And the other was आचल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले.
जो आपको अच्छा लगे सर, दो लाइनें हो जाएं.
तो उसमें भी ट्रैवल है, बट ऐसा गगन के तले मीनिंग अ special place, but I'll try. आचल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं. Thank you.
That was absolutely fantastic and it's astonishing.
I forgot a few of my notes, but
it
I
was
got some.
absolutely amazing, sir. You have
Thank
no
you.
idea what you have done for us today. So, thank you so much for doing this, first of all. And my last question on this show, I won't trouble you more. But why do you travel? And what inspires you to travel, or what has travel taught you? You can answer any one of them.
Well, travel creates this fresh space in your life where it is like when you need a weekend, you need the weekend holiday to get off from the routine of working every day 9 to 5 or 9 to 9 or whatever. So there is a kind of a stagnation in that life. So travel is a form of freedom to explore the rest of the stratosphere in the universe. There are so many layers. There are the 7 layers of heaven. Satwa Asman कहते हैं, क्या क्या कहते हैं सब. So it is like giving the soul some nourishment, and even the mind, nourishment for the person to experience joy and a sense of belonging. Otherwise, you are stuck in that. Don't want to call it a rut, but you are stuck in the routine of a certain way, which can make you into a bit of a machine.
Yes.
So I think travel makes us more human. It makes us more maybe God-fearing, more spiritual somewhere, because you realize that there's a world outside of your own world.
Absolutely.
And there are so many great things happening outside of you. And it's good to imbibe them, absorb them, enjoy them, and be a part of them.
Awesome, sir. That was really, really insightful, and I'm sure that a lot of people will be taking inspiration from this today. And I hope that it inspires them to travel more and often and be a responsible tourist as well. Sir, I want to thank you so much once again for being a part of this show. I hope you enjoyed this.
Pretty much, yes, thank you.
Awesome. And if you have enjoyed this, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Cheers.